Have you ever worked a night shift in a place where you felt watched? Where something didn't feel right? Where people have disappeared? I did. And what I found changed everything I knew about my job, about the station, and about what really happens after midnight. My name is James. I'm a railway maintenance worker, and I've worked the night shift for 7 years. Most people dread the night shift, but I loved it. It was peaceful. Empty trains, empty platforms, just me and the rails. The story I'm about to tell you happened on a Tuesday, October 15th. A date I'll never forget, because it is the night I discovered something that changed everything I believed about my job, about the station, about what actually happens after midnight. That night, I was doing my routine inspection on Platform 7 at Central Station. It was 1:47 a.m. The last passenger train had left at 1:30. The freight trains wouldn't arrive until 4 a.m. So for about 2.5 hours, I had the entire station to myself, or so I thought. I was walking the platform, checking the rails, making sure everything was secure when I heard it. A sound. A soft sound. Like breathing, not like wind or mechanical noise. Actual breathing. The kind humans make. I stopped, turned around. The platform was completely empty. The lights hummed overhead, nothing else. I told myself it was just the station settling. Old buildings do that. Pipes shift. Metal expands. I continued my walk, but then I heard it again. This time, closer. That breathing sound, but now with something else underneath it, a low, rhythmic thumping, like a heartbeat amplified through a speaker. Ispunaron, still nothing. By 2:15 a.m., I was genuinely unsettled. I decided to go to the station's security office and review the CCTV footage. Maybe someone had snuck in. Maybe a vagrant was sleeping in one of the bathrooms. It would explain everything. I climbed the stairs to the office. The door was unlocked, which was normal. I had a key anyway. I sat down at the desk and pulled up the live feeds. Platform 7 was clear on every camera. Platforms 1 through 6, all empty. The ticket hall, empty. The corridors, empty. Empty. The station was truly abandoned. But then I noticed something strange on one of the camera feeds. The camera for the lower platform, the maintenance platform where the trains go for repairs, it showed nothing but static, completely pixelated, broken. That was odd. That camera had been working fine yesterday. I made a note and went back to the platform to finish my inspection. By 2:45 a.m., I was back on Platform 7. The breathing I'd heard earlier was gone. I felt almost stupid for being scared. I was a grown man. I worked in this station 5 nights a week. This was my place. Nothing here could frighten me. I was wrong. I was about halfway down the platform when the lights went out. Not flickered, not dimmed. Complete darkness. Every light on Platform 7 shut off simultaneously. My heart jumped. I immediately pulled out my phone and turned on the flashlight. The beam cut through the black, illuminating the rails beneath my feet. And that's when I saw it. A figure. Standing at the far end of the platform, maybe 50 meters away, right where the platform ends and the tracks begin. Completely still. Completely silent. I couldn't make out details. My flashlight wasn't strong enough, but I could see the general shape. Human height. Human form. But there was something wrong about the proportions. The arms seemed too long. The posture too rigid. "Hello?" I called out. My voice echoed in the darkness. "Who's there?" "This is a restricted area." No response. I took a few steps forward, my phone's light steady on the figure. "I'm serious. You need to leave. Now." Nothing. I took more steps. The figure didn't move. Didn't react, just stood there, watching me. I could feel it watching me, even though I couldn't see its face. I was about 20 meters away when the lights suddenly came back on. All at once, the entire platform was flooded with harsh fluorescent brightness. and the figure was gone. He spun around. Nothing. Behind me, ahead of me, to the sides. Nothing. The platform was empty, like it had never been occupied. My hands were shaking. I told myself it was a hallucination, a trick of the tired mind. I'd been working too much overtime. I needed sleep. I tried to leave the platform. I walked toward the stairs that would take me back to the main station, but my legs felt heavy, unresponsive. And as I walked, I heard it again, that breathing. But this time it was all around me, not from one direction, from everywhere at once. Behind me, ahead of me, beside me, above me. I ran. I actually ran for the stairs, and I didn't stop running until I reached the ground floor. I called my supervisor at 3:15 a.m. I told him I felt sick and couldn't finish my shift. He wasn't happy, but he let me go. I drove home with shaking hands. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. The next day, I went back to the station. But during the day shift, there were people around. Everything was normal. I told myself what happened the night before was stress-induced, hallucinations from overwork. But I couldn't let it go, so I did something I shouldn't have done. I accessed the security footage from the previous night without authorization. I wanted to see if the camera had actually captured anything before it went to static. I found the footage, pulled it up, rewound it to 2:45 a.m. the moment the lights went out. On the CCTV, I watched the platform go dark. Then, in the darkness, something appeared on the screen. A shape. Moving. Not walking, but sort of gliding across the platform toward me. I couldn't make out any details, but I could see it moving. I could see it stop right in front of the camera, and then the feed went completely white. Blinded by something, and after that, nothing but static. My hands were trembling as I rewound the footage again. Played it again, and again. Each time, I saw the same thing. A presence. Something that absolutely existed. Something that had actually been there. That's when I realized something that made my blood run cold. The next evening, I searched the station's employee records. I looked for incident reports from Platform 7. Any accidents, any deaths, any mysterious disappearances. I found them. Dozens of team going back almost 20 years. Each one on Platform 7. Each one happening during the night shift. Each one involving a worker who reported strange sounds or unexplained phenomena before vanishing. The reports were vague, official language, but the pattern was clear. People had disappeared here. People who've worked my job. People who'd heard what I'd heard. The last incident was 5 years ago. A worker named Michael Chun. He'd reported the same breathing sounds I'd heard. 3 nights later, they found his uniform on the tracks, but they never found Michael. I quit my job the next day. Didn't give notice. Didn't come back. Primera, good, in, but I couldn't let it go either. So I did more research. I went to the library, looked up the history of Central Station. That's when I found it. A newspaper article from 1987. Train accident claims lives of 14 passengers. The accident happened on Platform 7. A maintenance failure caused a train to derail during the night shift. 14 people died. They were never properly identified. Never claimed by families. They were buried in a mass grave in the city cemetery. The article mentioned that the maintenance supervisor that night reported unusual circumstances at the platform. Strange phenomena, voices, sounds. He never worked another shift after that night. I understood then what I'd encountered. Those 14 people, they never left Platform 7. They were trapped there, and in that dark space, between midnight and dawn, they existed. They breathed. They moved. They waited, and they were looking for someone to join them. I think about that figure I saw. Those impossibly long arms. I don't think it was a single person. I think it was all 14 of them. Connected. Moving as one entity. A mass of people who'd been dead for decades, but couldn't accept their deaths. I never went back to that station. I got a job working in a different area of the city. But sometimes, Late at night, I wonder about the people who still work Platform 7. The night shift workers who walk those rails. Dote yerit. That breathing in the darkness. And I wonder how many people have disappeared since I left. How many more will disappear? If you're watching this and you work in a place where people have gone missing, in a place with strange sounds and inexplicable phenomena, my advice is simple. Don't go there alone. Don't go there at night. And whatever you do, don't listen to the breathing. Thank you for watching. If this terrified you, please like and subscribe for more paranormal stories.